I think when I was about 13, I kind of was like, I know that I'm not white, and I know that I am black, but I don't know anything about being black. So I had a massive kind of like self-search where I did a lot of research on the internet. I looked at like a lot of pro-black pages, black history, because the resources aren't put into the school's education system in terms of black history isn't really supported that much. So I learned a lot of stuff through that, and then the friends that I met, I learned more about the culture, like about different foods, dances, and that sort of thing. I think heritage to me means your roots, and your roots, I think, as a non-white person, are normally your source of pain. Like as a black person or whatever, institutionalized racism means that, like, as a mixed race person, you identify with black, of course, and like your heritage is like your black roots. So like African American slave trade is for me personally. Obviously the African diaspora has joint struggles, and I think that heritage is something that a lot of, because I'm 17, a lot of younger black generation are really interested in like learning more about their heritage, because I think that there's a new wave of pro-black where people want to feel more in touch with like and of their culture, of ancestors, because it's been something that's been withheld for them for so long. I think that I always knew that my heritage was different. I always knew that I definitely wasn't white. Like there was comments that were made to me when I was growing up. I mean, like the N-word slur has always been a thing. Like that sort of my hair type, my skin or colour or whatever have always been like, I know that I'm definitely not white. So I think, and there's ways that you're made to feel out of place in the beauty industry as a black woman, like curly hair, specifically kinky hair for more kind of dark skinned woman or whatever, isn't something that you feel is beautiful. So you always feel like you're out of place in terms of societal norms. So yeah, I feel like I've always kind of felt like I don't fit in with my family or friends. I first encountered racism when I think I was about kind of like straightforward racism when I was about 8 years old, where I remember sitting, it was in first school, and one of the boys who was kind of like a naughty boy who was in the year above was talking to me and my friend, and it was all kind of like sort of like chitty banter, and I remember him turning to me and like turning straight to me and looking me straight in the eye and going, "Shut up, you stupid Amazonian tribal woman." And I was like, because I didn't identify as black at that point, I didn't have black relations, I didn't really know what being black was, but I remember thinking like, that's because I'm not, I didn't have the vocabulary, but I remember thinking, that's because I'm not white, and like stupid and Amazonian and tribal woman all kind of like built together to give this kind of troglodytic image of what a black woman was. And I just remember feeling so like ugly and out of place, and it was like, shut up, and I was like, I just didn't talk.